Back in Bear Creek, San Gabriel Mountains, about 2 miles north of the West Fork. There's still some snow on the ground from the storm yesterday. There's a lot of oak trees back here. This trail was given its name because this is where the last known grizzly bear in the San Gabriel Mountains, or perhaps all of Southern California, was killed. Supposedly back here about 7 miles. I've come to another stream crossing. It goes back there. It comes out top of that mountain and down the other side. Colebrook campgrounds. Still got a ways to go, and there should be a campground between here and there. The campground being the one where a trapper trapped the last grizzly bear in San Gabriel's. He chewed his own paw off. That paw was nailed to a tree in the campground, giving the creek its name. Before coming on this hike, I went to the library, got some books, did a little research on this canyon, and it seems one guy, I forget his name, settled back here. He had a cabin back here, and he trapped bear. Well, this is the last campground back here. But I'm standing in the foundation of that guy's cabin from the 1800s. It's the chimney. My trekking poles. Somebody had made a little bench. As you can see, there's still some snow. But can you imagine, back in the 1800s, a guy actually lived here. This is his home. And one of these oak trees, probably one of the bigger ones, is the one where the bear's paw was nailed to after he chewed it off to get out of the trap. The trappers did follow the blood and recovered the bear. And he was said to be the last grizzly. Wonder what tree it was. There's a big one. I'm just gonna say it was that one. To me, it was that one. I'm camping today with a Hennessy hammock. First time I'm gonna set it up, so this is where I'm gonna stay, in between those two trees. I'll turn the camera back on when I'm set up. Here's the pack I've been carrying. The Gregory Baltoro 70. It's got a great suspension system to it. You gotta check it out. Hennessy hammock, hyperlite, super shelter. That's a quilt that goes underneath. In the red one, we've got the extended tarp over the top, and then slap straps. I'll put it all together now. First time I'm setting this up. Okay, inside the hammock, Hennessy has come up with something they call snake skins, which is really cool. The hammock never touches the ground. This is the entire system. Really cool. Okay, I've secured the hammock using the slap straps made by Eno. Just wrap them around. They've got adjustable loops. Carabiner, simple clip. The Hennessy. This is the snake skins I was telling you about. Your hammock never touches the ground. Back up and around the tree. Now watch this. Let me put this on a stand so you can see. There's the hammock. It never touched the ground. Okay, so far, got it set up, got it anchored. It anchors on both sides. Now, this super shelter consists of a secondary layer that goes underneath that just hooks up here. You've got your open cell foam and a heat sheet. Now this is supposed to keep you warm even in the snow. I'm testing it for the first time tonight. So, heat sheet retains 90% of your body heat, bounces it back. We'll see how well it works. I've got a top to put on it yet. Okay, it's a huge tarp that goes over the top. It completely block any rain, which it looks like it's going to rain any. Well, this side over here looks okay. The clouds are coming in from the LA side. It's a huge tarp. And as you can see, this is the head side of the hammock, fully protected. If I wasn't under some trees and there wasn't a river there, you can also put a safety pin here on your tarps, pulling it down, creating a gutter. So the rain comes down, put your water bottle underneath. While you sleep, you can get fresh water. But being under these trees, I wouldn't do it. Anyway, I've also got this top supposed to be used in the snow. If I get cold in the middle of the night, I can put it over the top. It completely seals the hammock. By the way, this is the new Hennessy with a side zipper. I didn't like that crawling in from the bottom. I didn't want a hammock like that. So this is where I'll be sleeping tonight. Where this guy slept some 100 to 125, 140 years ago. Snow back that way. There's snow back that way. It's getting pretty cold. I think I'll be okay. I've got a 20-degree cat's meow. And I even brought a Therma Pro to put in there also. That should be alright. Got my Thermarest in there. I use this grip stuff. You can buy this like at Home Depot. Just a small patch of it. Absolutely stops you from sliding around. Put one underneath, one on top. If you've slept in a hammock, you know how the bag slips around. I'm hoping this will prevent it. A view of the camp. Put some rocks together here. I'm trying to get a fire going. The wood's soaked from recent rains and snow. I found this piece of iron in that fireplace over there. I don't know if it was brought in later or if that's left over from the 1800s. But I'm going to use it as a grill. Because the first night out, I usually treat myself to a 1-inch thick cut slab of ribeye. A lot better than those backpacking foods. I don't know if you can see it or not, but see my breath. It's starting to get pretty cold back here. So I got the fire going. Got the ribeye grilling. Got a teapot on. Make some tea to go along with the steak. Get something hot in me. And it looks good, doesn't it? Leatherman Super Tool 300. about done. Got me a pack of these Idaho potatoes. Makes 2 servings, but I'm really hungry. I haven't eaten since breakfast. So with the water, I'm going to make this, and with the leftover, I'll have some tea. Sure is better than those backpacking foods. Okay, here we are. This is the inside of the hammock. It's morning now. Where the thermarest pad was, totally warm. Since it was a short where my feet were, my feet got a little chilly. That undercoating pad didn't make too much of a difference. But I bought this top cover. Completely covers it, keeping out the cold air, the drafts. It's got this little hole, this billow. Every time you move, that thing pumps air in. It's supposed to stop the condensation. But my bag is damp, especially near the top. So it didn't work 100%. But I did get a good night's sleep. This is the hammock. You sleep at an angle. And I slept pretty flat. More than other hammocks. I did have to get out once in the middle of the night and tighten up these ropes that was sitting on the ground. Seems everything stretched. It didn't rain, but it got cold back here. Snow up there. The wind coming down this direction blows some cold air right through this canyon. It does get cold back here. But I did get a good night's sleep. Went to sleep about 8. I think it's 6 now. Woke up once. Better than average. There's also this little thing here that slides. Put your wallet, your keys, anything important in it. Just slide it wherever you want. I just put my headlamp up here. It's used as a light. Overall, it worked out pretty well. Here's a look without the rain fly. That's the billow I was talking about. Staked down the same as the hammock. Completely covers the top. Stayed fairly warm last night, especially where the thermarest was. But to show you how cold it did get last night, my boots from crossing the stream were set out last night. They froze. It's ice. Not looking forward to putting those back on. I bring extra shoes to use in camp once I get there, so I'm not walking around in wet shoes all day or all night. But going back across the stream, I'll put those back on. I'll show you what it looks like without the cover in a second. The camouflage bag there on the side is a Crusader cook set I got from a friend of mine in the UK. I traded it for some Leathermans, and I've made a kit to make it compatible with the Trangia alcohol stove. A lot of you I've seen on YouTube have said they wish they could use this. Well, I've made a kit to do it. I'll show it when I get home. I'm going to turn around. This is the best canyon I've ever hiked in the San Gabriel Mountains. There's no sign of man other than this trail. I haven't seen anybody in a day and a half. Probably hasn't changed back here for 1,000 years. Came across this little guy on the way back. By the color, the belly is fluorescent yellow. By the color, it's probably poison. Don't dare touch it. I've never seen one back here though. My daughter will be interested in this. Nearly out. I heard some buzzing. Beehive. Wonder if that tree's got any honey in it. Not worth trying to find out. In the distance, that's Baldy. Looks like it might be snowing up there right now.